Soft skills is no longer a strange concept towards Vietnamese people, especially the youngsters, which implies the ability of communication, teamwork, time management, crisis settling, leadership, creativeness, and innovativeness. Those are the keys for young people, in addition to the academic knowledge learned through textbooks. Nowadays, the need for soft skill training of students has been gradually increasing, especially the fresh graduates to meet the requirement from recruiting officers. Understanding the need of students, Nomads Hanoi program, which was jointly held by Nomads Business School Amsterdam from the Netherlands and Center for Sustainable Development Studies, Vietnam, since 2013, has gained much attention from Vietnamese students. Nomads Hanoi provides innovative education programs with the participation of the instructors, including experts from different countries and diverse areas. Nomads help students to complete their necessary soft skills, build self-development programs, and entrepreneurship projects to make a positive impact on society. Hello and welcome to Sharing Vietnam on VTC10 Network. I'm Ngọc. In our program today, we will have a chance to talk with Mr. Wu Squink, founder of Nomads Vietnam Hanoi, and he will share with us about the topic of supporting Vietnamese students in developing their own personal skills. Thank you, Mr. Wu Squink, for joining our program today. First of all, can you share some information regarding to Nomads Hanoi program?
Well, Nomads Hanoi is an international creative business program that invites teams of students that consists of both Vietnamese and international students to design their own education based upon the framework that we offer. So the framework that we offer is a curriculum that is 4 questions. That is, who am I and in what world do I want to live? What do I want to contribute and change? How do I create the project and the organization to get it done? And lastly, how do I put this project or this organization into the world? So we start with the student, with the person of the student, him or herself, and we ask questions like, so what do you love to do? What is your passion? And what would you like to do with this? Well, with that is of course a really difficult question, because some people know what their passion is, and some people have no idea. But for the people who know what their passion is, and for the people who during the program find this out, we help them to create a project. By offering a lot of different workshops and lectures from experts in their field, from artists, educators, entrepreneurs.
So why did the program choose young students to be the targeted audiences?
Students are part of the target group, but they're not the only one, because we invite students between 20 and 35 years old into our programs. And these are students who are still studying and who are still many times trying to find out what they want to do with their lives. And these are people who have some working experience, or they have traveled a lot, or they are a little bit stuck in their careers and they are looking for a change somehow. So, and we think that the diversity of this program is really important also, because the students make the school. So if the students are from very diverse backgrounds, it means that they have a lot to offer to each other.
So what is the difference between Nomads Hanoi program compared to the regular curriculum at schools?
In regular universities and regular schools, there is a curriculum, and it's pretty clear what you will do throughout the whole year. And at Nomads Hanoi, we have a direction of where we want to go to. And the direction of where we want to go to is that we want to give students ownership about their education, and that it depends on them what it is that they are going to do with this. While they are starting up their projects, they will also find out what they need to learn. So for example, maybe this one student needs to learn more about finance, and this other student needs to learn more about how to design workshops. So we allow a lot of openness and a lot of space in the program for the students to decide what it is they want to learn, and then we trust that we can find the right people to teach them this. I think the difference is that at regular schools and regular universities, as a student you have to move towards the curriculum, And at Nomads, the students can actually pull the curriculum towards where they are and to where they are in their learning process.
This is a class in Nomads Hanoi program with the participation of over 20 students. The class has advanced to week 2nd with the theme of learning about yourself and developing entrepreneurship projects. Each of students had a talk with experts to find out his wishes and aspirations, as well as some soft skills that he still lacks, such as time management and teamwork, and propose new startup ideas. The ideas are very close to students' life. Sometimes they are developed from their hobbies as drawing caricature or learning foreign language. Apart from the classes, students joining Nomads Hanoi also participated in workshops to share experiences in practicing soft skills in reality and looking for entrepreneurship initiatives. After the first course in November 2013, Nomads Hanoi finished with a group of students from 4 different countries, including Vietnam, the Netherlands, France, and Bolivia. Each of them are currently pursuing their own projects after the end of the program.
Nomad is very cool and it's very helpful for us to learn something new and to start off with our own business. And then I just come and join some meeting, and I feel that maybe it's the new home for me. I can do anything in there, and maybe I can catch my dream. They guide us. They just inspire us how to do and how to catch the ideas and how to brainstorm. It's very, it's quite different from the normal education system in Vietnam now.
I've been with Nomads for 1 week, and for the first week I realized that it's so important to understand yourself before you start anything. And this week I've already learned a lot about myself, a lot about what I care about and what I'm comfortable with and what I'm not comfortable with. So I think that is the most important and the most basic step before you can start doing anything. And I believe that the week 2, where we start working on the project and more on particular skills and things that we need.
According to a recent survey by the American sociologists, successful people use only 25% of their professional knowledge and degrees, but they use the remaining 75% of soft skills which they were trained. Thus, the soft skills training for a student is essential under the international integration context, helping them to quickly and flexibly adapt to working environment, building clear orientation and vision to develop future career development for themselves. What was the result of the program in 2014?
We've run 2 programs in Hanoi with a total of about 25 graduated students, and the results have been really promising. All students have shown a really great personal growth in terms of taking more responsibility for their lives and gaining more trust and confidence in that they are already good enough. But in terms of successful projects and startups, it has also been quite great. More than half of our students have actually initiated and executed the project before the programs were finished. And some of these projects are still working today, and some of the students are starting to make money with this also.
Can you share one of the most important and significant ideas or projects of Vietnamese students on personal skills or social improvement after joining Nomads Hanoi program?
Well, I think one of the projects that is really great is a girl who really likes to draw, And she was always drawing, but she had no idea that she could actually do something with that in a professional perspective. So throughout the program, she developed a series of workshops for sketchnoting, and she's giving workshops all over town these days. And this is a great example of how to go from hobby to a meaningful business, because she loves what she does. Another example is a completely different example. Is a girl who had a really nice job at a well-known international consulting company, but she really didn't like the job. During the program, she gained more and more confidence to actually say no to a promotion at this company, and she decided to quit her job. And she started to work as a volunteer at an organization that she thought was very inspiring. And after this step, she got offered a job at an NGO where she works now as a project officer. So I think this is another great example of somebody who took the program as a possibility to make a change in her life, to have a happier life.
In your opinion, what are some personal skills that Vietnamese students still lack?
Is something that takes a lot of courage. Most of the students I meet in Vietnam, they totally don't like what they are studying. I think this makes that they are less happy, that they are more lazy, that they don't really like what they do, and that they're pretty much lost in, if you don't like what you study and then you're going to work, that's not a really nice thing to look forward to. And I think what would help a lot is that students would take the time to wander around and to try some things out and to fail. But using yourself as a starting point. So really trusting yourself that what you want to do with your life, that's probably a great idea. And that you don't always need to listen to people who are wiser than you or who are older than you to make the right decision. Because I think the right decisions can only be made by the person itself.
So what is the future plan for Nomads Hanoi that your team are going to deliver in Vietnam in the next year, 2015?
We hope to organize and to create several programs called Nomads Hanoi. And just like the students change and the world is changing every day, also our programs are changing every day. We allow ourselves not to work with a fixed program at for every different program. But we design the programs with a lot of space, so we can adjust to the situation and also to the new teams of students. In 2015 we hope to run a lot of programs for teams of both Vietnamese and international students in Hanoi.
Thank you, Mr. Gu Screen, for your sharing. And that is also the end of our program Sharing Vietnam today. I hope that you will have more information regarding to Nomads Hanoi program, as well as significant and unique classes for Vietnamese students to improve their interpersonal skills. For comments and feedbacks, please send it to sharingvietnam@netvietTV.net. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.